Hey, what's going on, guys? Foul CQ here. Pow, low. I'm excited that you guys are here, man. Thank you for joining me live. Today I'm gonna be interviewing one of my buddies inside of Chris Records Mastermind. If you don't know what that is, I've been sending you a couple of emails because you requested it, because you wanted to know more information about it. And I've also been getting a lot of people asking me, yo, Paolo, like, I get that you're getting results. That's awesome, but is there other people getting results, right? And I decided to put this I decided to do this interview really quickly because I wanted to share with you other people inside Chris Records Mastermind who are people just like you, right? People who are normal people, right? People who don't have any superpowers, people who just have a vision to be able to do better than what they did last year, right? Just coming out here and sharing with you some of the results that they've gotten, right? So in the next couple of minutes, I'm gonna have the privilege to interview one of my brothers who's inside of the mastermind. Okay, his name is Daniel Ford. He should be getting on here in just a couple of minutes. And he's going to be sharing with you just a little bit about his testimonial. What are the results that he's getting? How did he get the results, right? And he's going to share with you, I think, some things that are going to really resonate with you and are really going to make sense to you. And I'm also going to be asking him some questions, right, that I think are questions that you may have in your mind that are finally going to get answered by someone who's just a regular person, right? So thank you again for joining me, okay? I'm excited. I'm a little sick, or I'm a little stuffed up. I guess that happens here in Jersey because it gets cold, and I hate the cold, but then I like it, but then I hate it. But anyways, I'm excited that you guys are here. I can't wait to share with you. I can't wait to introduce my friend here in just a couple of minutes, okay? So what we're going to do really quickly is, as we're waiting for him to come in, which he should be coming in any second here, is I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit about my results, right? I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit about my story, right? Whether you may or may not know this, right? Prior to joining Chris Records Mastermind, I found myself struggling a little bit, right? When it came to traffic, when I came online, it was actually in 2013. It was in August, and I decided to join an online marketing MLM, right? And when I joined it, there were so many things that I learned. But you know what? There was so much information. There's just so much information. And I remember literally just staying watching training video after training video, doing this for like 10, 15-hour days, right? Because I wanted to succeed so badly. I never really found the vein of how to really generate traffic, how to really generate targeted leads until around 2014. It's not letting me join. Interesting. Hold on one second. Hold on. I know that he's trying to get on, but it's not letting him join. Let's see if we could figure this out. What does it say? What does it say? Let's see here, guys. Give me 1 second because I know he's trying to join. Okay, and I want to make sure that that as he joins, right, that we can make sure we got this for you. Okay, so just 1 second here. Is this it again? Let me see.
Okay, that was weird. I don't know why it wouldn't let me join.
Oh, nice, man. Glad that you're here, bro. So glad that you're here, man. So yeah, man. So I'm so pumped up that you're here, bro. I'm not sure what was happening, but thank you for joining me here, bro. I know that you're taking some time out of your day to get on here and just just share a little bit about what you've been able to accomplish inside of Chris Records Mastermind. So how's it going, bro?
It's good, man. I just got done. I was hoping to actually be done, and I got out the chair and I was like, oh my god. I was like, it's freaking 4:45.
That's well. Thank you, man. Thank you for coming, dude. I'm a little sick, man. I sound a little stuffy. Yeah, it's the Jersey weather, man. I can't stand it. That's cool, man.
It's down here too.
It is.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get that cold in Florida, does it?
I mean, not really.
Yeah, that's what I figured, man.
It depends. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, man, that's cool, bro. So what I'm gonna do now, dude, is I'm gonna ask you just a couple of questions, man. I'm not sure if you got the time to read some of the questions I was gonna ask you, but I guess what you could do really quickly is I guess you could introduce yourself to everyone who's gonna be watching the replay or currently watching this right now on my email list. and just share with them, just briefly share with everyone who you are, where you came from and why you decided to go online, and just briefly share just a little bit about your background and why you got started.
Okay, yeah. Hey, everybody, Daniel Ford. Back in 2012, I worked for Toyota. They decided to change the hours, and at that time, actually, I'm sorry, 2010. Well, it wasn't that big of a deal, but because it was just my wife and I. Well, then in 2011, we found out we were having our first child. 2012, the baby came. It still really wasn't a big deal, but then as he started getting older, I started missing out on a lot of time. And I realized that my child was growing up before my eyes and I could not see him. Like, I could not watch my child grow up because I could not be there. So it got me heartbroken. And from that day forward, I made my wife a promise, even though she does not know this promise yet. And I will not reveal that promise to her until I'm on stage and I've made all the money I've invested back. But I've made a promise to my wife and my children that no matter what, I would not allow money to stand in the way of me reaching my dreams and having my wife and I be a stay-at-home parent. So through the journey, I've invested money in things I should have never invested in because they weren't really that important. But I finally have found my way into what I call the 5 basic things that I think people need to realize, the fundamentals of doing internet affiliate network marketing. And I have focused on those, uh, hitting them really heavy, getting mentorship where it needs to be, so that way I can actually go to the next level. But really, I've started putting other people before myself, and that's something that a lot of people will tell you. They'll tell you that it's not about the money, and in the beginning you're like, oh no, it is about the money because I need the money. But that's the thing, when you become needy, people see that, and people can read through the BS that you're just looking to make a quick sale to get that money. And it's not really about what your product can actually do for those people and how your product is actually going to change those people's lives. And so along the way, I've begun to realize that money is going to be the byproduct of me helping the tens of thousands of people that I'm going to help. So it's no longer about the money. It's about getting the knowledge and getting everything to equip myself to being able to help those tens of thousands of people achieving what they want.
That's awesome, bro. Man, that's I'm glad that you made that commitment to your family, man. That's beautiful, bro. So what I'm gonna do, man, thank you for that quick introduction, man. What I'm gonna do really quickly is I'm gonna ask you just a couple of questions. I'm gonna kind of just interview you, man. And just be relaxed, man. Just answer the question as just as if we're just having a real regular conversation. Because I think what people want to know, most importantly, who are watching this, is this something that I can put my money into, and is this something that I can actually see myself doing? You mentioned you mentioned in just your brief introduction that there's been many things that you've bought in the past, several things that you may have probably shouldn't have, right? And I think that's probably like the biggest thing that happens online, where people finally get online, they don't know where to start, they don't know what to go through, they don't have the right mentorship. You
Mm-hmm.
kind of covered a lot of the mistakes that you made when you got started. So I think if you just keep that in mind, just kind of thinking of, just kind of talking to yourself as if, you're as if you could go back in time and you could talk to the person who was, who may be on the other side watching this right now. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions. And the first question I want to ask you, bro, is what was your main reason why you decided to join Chris Records Inner Circle?
Not only because it was a heck of a deal to get to work with somebody like Chris Record for an entire year, But when I seen the lineup of what he had in store for us as far as in the membership group, um, I mean, it was pretty much a no-brainer. It was like the value that was getting put into that should have been, I'll just say, way more than what it was. But not only that, groups like that are where you make connections. Groups like that are where you make new JVs, or where, you know, you possibly recruit some of those people in there, because as you make those connections and they see who you are, they see where you're going, they may want to gravitate towards you. So they may use somebody like Chris Record as a mentor, but they may want to partner up with somebody like you and go along with that journey with you. So getting into inner circles and groups like that is, I mean, I almost want to say it's vital to growing online because of all the connections that you have in there.
That's awesome, bro. That's good stuff, man. I couldn't agree with you more, man. The fact that you can meet relationships, the fact that I mean, the stuff that he was offering is super valuable. The things that he's been doing is super valuable, and I mean, it's just amazing, right? It's amazing to see the value that he brings, and for the price that he's offering it, it's a no brainer. Honestly, if you're watching this, I just want to encourage you that if you've never been part of a mastermind ever before, understand that masterminds are way more expensive than what Chris Record is really offering at this moment, right? And some of you guys may know the price, some of you guys don't know, but at the end of this interview, you're more than likely, if you want, to click on the button below, and that button is going to take you to an order form or to a registration video where you can see a little bit more about what we're talking about. You can see the price, and you can see if this is something that you want to do. But just from sharing with Dan, what Dan said, you're getting a heck of a deal. You're getting so much value, and you're also getting such a. I mean, the price the price to get started is just ridiculous compared to a lot of masterminds that don't nearly offer as much value as this, and it's not nearly as organized or structured. So, Dan, thank you for answering that question, man. The next question that I have for you is, if you could just share with everyone how some of the stuff that you've been learning from Chris Recker's mastermind has been able to really help you start creating the results that you want for you and your family.
Really, I've always known, people talk about how good Facebook advertising is, and anybody that knows Chris Record knows that he's very good at Facebook advertising. But it was just kind of some of the, I guess you could say, the how, or the what to do, the targeting. I don't really want to say like ninja tricks, because those, I believe, are those are the people that don't have the skill set, so they try to, they know persuasion, but they try to manipulate it, so they call them ninja tricks. But I want to say he does tricks and shows you how to do things to get the best bang for your buck. A lot of people are like, a lot of people want to do Facebook advertising but don't necessarily know how to. So by him actually going through and showing you step by step how, setting up those different type of campaigns that he runs, is probably has been one of the most beneficial things, because you're not getting some course, or you're not getting some training where somebody's telling you what to do. You're actually getting to see how he sets up his campaigns, what audience he's choosing. And I really don't want to say this, but I will. When he's in his back office, you get to look at previous campaigns that he's done. A lot of people see that. I always preach about awareness. Become aware of your surroundings. So a lot of people will get so concentrated on what he's doing and not look at what he's done in the past, and not look at the numbers to see if, oh, is that working? Can that be some profitable niche as well? And I'm not saying by any means to go hijack every one of his niches, but it opens the door for your mind to start getting outside of what you're in. So it allows your imagination to start taking off, um, to see what's actually possible.
Nice, bro. I mean, yeah, that's good stuff, man. That's one thing I love about Chris Rucker. He's just all nuts and bolts, and he's pretty transparent with what he shares with you.
Hmm.
He's just pretty straightforward. Like Dan said, he couldn't have said it any better. So thanks for sharing that, bro. Appreciate that. The next question that I have for you is, I think a question that people are probably who are watching this or watching the replay are probably kind of like getting closer and getting closer and just putting the volume up a little bit more because they're probably liking a lot with what you're saying. And they probably just want to know at this point, well, what are some of the results that you've gotten with some of the stuff that Chris Rucker has taught you? Not just monetarily results, not just those, because sometimes a lot of people think that the only results that count is monetary results. And the truth of the matter is that the monetary result is just one of the results that you can get, but there's many little results that you can get on the way there to finally striking gold. So can you just share with some of the people some of those little results that you've been getting that are leading you all the way up to the goal that you're looking to get? So just share with everyone some of the results that you've gotten with what Chris Rucker has taught you.
So inside, I believe once you get his inner circle, I believe you do get this. But last year he had his 3C conference, which is Create, Capture, Convert, which he had different speakers up there. Well, something that Chris Record said in that has probably been the biggest piece of gold, and you don't, this is why I say awareness. When you start becoming more aware of things, you don't realize subconsciously or consciously what he's doing until you actually hear it, and then you're like, oh, okay. The biggest thing is he shows you how to monetize membership sites. But beyond that, if you're in affiliate marketing or you're in network marketing, how to package bonuses and then give those bonuses away for joining your network marketing or your, affiliate offer or whatever. And that right there has probably been the biggest thing that I wouldn't even say is gold. I would say, it's platinum, because so many people out here struggle that it was crazy to hear him tell his story about his child and about how he was losing his job because he needed to devote so much time to his child, that he said he didn't even realize he was doing it this way by, you know, building a membership site and just saying, hey, you get this for free, if you just decide to work with me here. And you hear, like I said, you hear people talk about they struggle, but just imagine this. Imagine setting up a membership site with whatever product. I know a lot of people tell you market all the products. When all the masses are going one way, go another. They're telling you to market all the product. I'm telling you to get good at one product. Whatever that one product that you love is, set up a membership site about that product. Give that membership site away on the sidebar in a membership site, or however you want to put it in there. Have your product in there. So you have a lot of information about your product, not about your product, but what your product does. Like if it's weight loss, you'd have a lot of information about weight loss in there. But inside of that, you would have a picture, or a picture of you saying, hey, here's my results. This is the product that I've used to get those results. So you've positioned yourself as an authority by having a membership site, doing all the research. You don't even have to do a lot of the research. You can pull blog posts, YouTube videos into this membership site. Just position yourself. You having a membership site is going to position yourself as an authority. And then you can sell your product inside that membership site. So then you're not having to go to Google, copy an image, paste it, throw up some hashtags, and go, "Dear Lord, please let somebody find this hashtag and buy my product," because there's tens of thousands of other reps out there doing the same exact thing. So you need to set yourself apart and be different.
That's awesome, bro. Good stuff, man. I know that joining Chris's inner circle. I believe that you were able to crack a code on Facebook ads, right? Do you mind sharing a little bit about that?
Yeah, that was the 3-0 club. Um, and what that is literally getting views for 0.0004. So you're paying 4/10 of a penny per view. And inside of that, you can literally spend, I think I've spent $15 and I had a video with over 100,000 views on it. Now you're probably saying, well, why is that good? How can that benefit me? Well, say, for instance, you're in a weight loss niche. You have a video go viral, something to weight loss. You're giving away your membership site. And inside that membership site is your product. I'm just going to leave it at that because I don't want to get you too excited and I want to keep you, Daniel, you got to tell me more. But I'm just going to say, let your imagination go. You get a video with 100,000 people looking at your link on that video. That's only one step away to seeing your product.
That's awesome, bro. Yeah, I mean, the stuff they're sharing is pretty much golden, man. And prior to you getting that result, had you had like, did you ever come close to spending as cheap as you did in traffic when you were doing that?
Oh, dude,
Like,
I bombed Facebook ads. And I was so scared to spend money because it was just like, well, I don't want to spend money because it's like I can spend that money elsewhere. But through trial and error, you get good. And honestly, the first video that I did, that I tried, was 0.003 was the lowest. So this was the second video of following just what Chris said. My second video, I got to the 3-0 club on that. So it wasn't like it took me, I let the first ad run for 3 days. The fourth day, I was literally in the 3-0 club on that same exact day. It started at 009 and the lowest it got was 0.003.
dude, I still remember when you got it, man. I was like, what? Like, yo, that's crazy. And I was just super excited for you, man. And you actually got there way before I did. It took me like 7 days. It took you like 2 or 3 days to get there, and that was super encouraging, super inspiring. And it actually, I think that sometimes when you see people getting results, it kind of raises the standards and it kind of makes you believe a little bit more that this is possible for you. And that's the reason why joining Chris Records Inner Circle, if you decide to click the button below, like what Dan mentioned, right? It's not just coming with a training course. It's not just coming with more information. He's not just telling you what to do. He's not telling you what you need to do. It's coming with the training course and a mastermind, which shortens the learning curve. And he's sharing with you exactly what he's doing right now, this present moment, that's working. And I think that's super valuable. So thanks for sharing that, bro. Just a couple of more questions here. I know you're busy.
Real quick, not to cut you off, but going
Yeah,
back to what you said, this is why I tell a lot of my team not to recruit friends and family. Like, as soon as you get into business, I say, don't even talk to friends and family. What you just said is very, very, very powerful. And this is the only reason why I want to tell it. When friends and family, you always hear stories of nobody ever getting results in network marketing or, affiliate marketing or net marketing, whatever it is. But what you just said, your results inspired me to let me know that it was possible, seeing somebody do it. So what I tell people is get results, show people that it actually is possible, because I think the statistic was like 95% of people fail. So by following a mentor like Paulo, that's going to get you results, then you can show results before you even say anything, to let people know that it is possible. Because like Paulo said, Paulo knows me. Me and Paulo, we started in this together. I got it. Paulo was like, wow, man, it actually is possible. You don't have to be somebody like Chris Record that makes, 7 figures on a product launch, literally in 10 days, make 7 figures. But somebody like Daniel, somebody that I know that I've seen grown, actually did it. So, you don't have to be this big, you know, guru. And I say that with quotation mark. Hey, Cassandra. And I say guru like that because I don't ever want to be known as a guru. I'll just leave it at that. But letting somebody know that you know personally get results drastically increases your person as an authority.
Yeah, man, I'm glad that you covered that, dude. And yeah, I remember, bro. I mean, I was like, what? I think I was at the Sprint store, and I just had to call you because I was like,
Yeah.
yo, dude, that's crazy. And then like a couple of days afterwards, I go and hit the 3-0 club, which was super exciting. My next question for you, bro, is, how confident do you feel in the future that you envision for yourself following Chris Record and what he teaches us inside of that inner circle?
Because I've been deep diving into, I'm going to give some of my 5 steps away. I'm not going to give them all away, but I'll give them some away. Persuasion, closing sales, and copywriting. The future is literally what I want to make of it. As long as I put forth my effort into everything that I'm learning, it's literally what I want to make it. Do I want to go fast or do I want to go slow? So combining everything that I'm learning outside with what Chris Record is teaching is literally going to 10x everything, because I made it very difficult in the beginning, thinking I needed to learn all of this stuff, when really it's just basic psychology and knowing what actually triggers people. So combining that with Chris's stuff is just going to be powerful.
That's awesome, bro. Good stuff, dude. And again, guys, if you're watching this interview, whether live or you're watching the replay, what I'd encourage you to do is, click the button whenever you do get a chance, and just check it out, man. Just check it out and see if this is something that's a good fit for you and your business at this moment. But here's what I can tell you, right? What I can tell you is that not to replace what you're currently doing, but to add this on top of what you're already doing to really set you up for a really awesome 2016. So go ahead and click the button below, either at the end of the interview, or maybe you just can't wait and you're just like, I got to get in right now. Go ahead and click that button right now, or after the interview. The next question that I have for you, Dan, is what would you say to someone who's watching right now who's a bit nervous about doing it, about deciding to join Chris Records Inner Circle? What would you tell that person?
Nervousness is only an emotion of the unknown. You're always going to be nervous or scared if you don't know what's on the other side. So are you going to continue to be going through life nervous and afraid of doing everything? Because let's face it, if you're working a job, next week or the week after that, depending if you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or even monthly, that paycheck's going to come back in. If you're worried about money, go find a way that you can make a little bit of extra money on the side. Go out there and hustle for a little bit of money. But the one thing, you can always make the money back, but the one thing you can never make back is time. So if you're worried about nervousness, if I'm not mistaken, his inner circle even comes with a money back guarantee. So if you get started and you're not happy, you're covered by that. So you get started, you come in and you look at all the syllabus and the lessons that he has in there, and you're like, I just don't think this is for me. Don't quote me on it, but I do think there is a money back guarantee, so you're covered if you decide this is not something that you want to do. But I'm almost guaranteed 100% that what he has in there can help anybody, no matter what level you're at, beginner, immediate, or a guru.
That's awesome, dude. I'm glad that you shared that with them. Again, guys, everything that Dan is touching on, I agree with. I agree with it, and I'm sure you probably watching this up to this point just means that you also agree with it, and you just are looking for more information. So I have another question for you, Dan. Just a couple more, and then we're gonna wrap this up. But the next question is: can you honestly say that with what you're learning from Chris Record and it's inside of his inner circle, you can create 6, 7, 8, and even 9 figures online?
Oh yeah, without a shadow of doubt. Not only because he shows you how to leverage. Okay, a lot of people are like, well, I could never make 7 figures. I could never make 6 figures. I could never make 8 figures. I could never make 9 figures. It's all about leverage. I'm trying to think of who said this, but it was a billionaire, and they asked him. He was doing an interview, and they said, "Well, how did you become a billionaire?" He said, "I stopped doing everything. I literally did nothing." And they were like, "What? Like, well, how did you get to be a billionaire when you did nothing?" He said, "I leveraged other people that were experts in that field. So I stopped emailing. I stopped, doing sales. I stopped copywriting. I stopped closing sales. I leveraged other people and multiple people to get to where I'm at." And inside of that, I think it's at the beginning of the year, Chris also talks about how to start your business and start leveraging other people so you can not only so you can leverage your time. I'm trying to think of what I was going to say, but pretty much, and not only that, but the laws and how to protect yourself from all of that. So if you're scared about actually hiring people and stuff like that, he's actually going to cover a lot of that stuff. So that way you have a basic understanding of the what and what not to do when it comes to actually running a business.
Man, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's good stuff, bro. I mean, you talked about leverage, you talked about hiring people, you talked about a lot of good stuff there, man. And I appreciate you sharing and being honest with everyone who's watching this and watching the replay. I personally think that, for sure, my answer is, of course, you can make 6, 7, 8, and even 9 figures online, because Chris Record is really setting the pace for everyone. He's really raising the standards, and he's really doing some things that are just unheard of, and to be able to follow someone like that should definitely give you the confidence, if you're watching this, to go ahead and click the button below, whether right now, whether at the end of it, sign up the order form and just get started, right? Because at the end of the day, right, we're real people, man. We're not a Chris Record, and you can obviously see some of the things that we're sharing with you, some of the results that we've gotten, and how passionate we are about this. So hopefully that can encourage you, and that can hopefully translate into us, really, really believing in what he's doing and really believing in the things that we've learned. Next question for you, brother, is how did you feel before joining Chris Record's Inner Circle?
Uh, Kind of misdirection, not really knowing like where to go. Like I knew what to do, but I never really had direction. I was kind of all over the place. He really hones down on what is the word that I'm looking for? What is the word? The money making activities versus non
Income producing activities?
income. Yeah. Income producing activity. He really hones down on that. He talks about writing a blog post. It's not an income producing activity. You may think it is. You may put your heart and soul in that blog post, but let's face it. If that blog post is not getting any eyeballs to it, it's not an income producing activity. You putting that blog post to your different social medias, running Facebook ads to that blog post, those are income producing activities. So he really breaks it down to showing you, hey, this is not an income producing activity, when in your mind you may think it is, but it's actually not. So I could say before joining, I wasn't really focused. I was kind of everywhere, but it's really narrowed my focus down on what I really need to be doing.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah, and that's one thing that Chris is very heavy on, man. One thing that I love about him is that he does share with you what income producing activities. He gives you a distinguish, right? And when you're getting started online or you're looking to kind of add something like this to your plate, it could be it could be a very easy thing to fall into watching training video after watching training video and doing things that you think may be income producing activities, things that can actually generate you money. But the truth of the matter is they do more than just make you money. They actually waste your time, and it's never the result that you want. And Chris is very good at giving you direction and at telling you, telling you how to take more action than what you're actually learning, right? And I think that's the biggest pitfall that a lot of people fall sometimes, is that they find themselves watching so much training and never taking any action. And Chris is very good as giving you that distinguish and sharing with you that. So thanks for sharing that, bro. So how did you feel after you joined the inner circle? If you could share with everyone.
Very, very excited. And I want to make sure that I don't say that to sound too hypey, because I know there's a lot of hype and there's a lot of bull that's out there. So I want to clarify that excited is I'm not trying to hype it up. So I'm not trying to make it anything of what it is. But just knowing that you now have focus and you know what actually needs to be done, instead of kind of guessing, you actually have the framework and Chris laying the path for you. That's what builds the excitement, because he's literally, going back to what you said about being so transparent, he is so transparent inside of there that people ask questions and he basically gives you the answer without fully giving it, because that's what entrepreneurship is about, is solving problems. So he wants you to solve those problems, but it's like he gives you everything, but right there at the end, so you can go, oh, why didn't I think of that? But if you really look at his answers to those questions, it's clear as day as what he's telling you to do. You just have to read it.
That's awesome, man. Thank you for sharing, bro. Especially, the feeling that you had before and then after joining. One thing that Daniel did mention a couple of minutes ago was, that nervous feeling, or that feeling of, I'm afraid to get in, what if it doesn't work out? That's something that, we all are faced with. I want to let you know, and I want to encourage you that you're not the only one who feels that way. There's many times where me and Daniel have felt that way, right? It's called the fear of unknown. You're not guaranteed anything. You don't know what things are going to look like when you decide to join, right? All you can kind of bet your money on is kind of the description that we're giving you and the confidence, the things that we've shared with you on here. But the truth is that you're always going to feel that way unless you do it. Most of the things that you love, at one point they were unknown to you. At one point you had never done it before. So understand that if you look back into your life and you look at the things that you absolutely love and the things that in some things that you're actually really good at, they were also unknown at one point. So understand that by you deciding to do this, you're overcoming that fear, right? And you're positioning yourself to start winning. And that's the most important thing that matters. Start winning, right? Be around people who are winning, like Daniel. Be around people who are winning, like Chris Striker. Be around an inner circle, a mastermind of people who are just crushing it, and people who care about you, and people who answer your questions, and people you can interact with, and people you can ask questions to, right? Way better than just buying a training course, way better than anything else. It's a mastermind along with a training course, along with so many benefits that are just mind-blowing. So the last question that I have for you, bro, is who is this for and who is this not for? Because I want to make sure it's clear that that people who are watching this, right, they don't get the wrong impression that we're talking about, and we may be talking about it, and they're like, this is me. They're talking to me. I'm about to join. I'm about to click that button. I'm going to fill out the order form. I'm going to pull out my credit card. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But I really don't want that person to do it unless they understand who this is for. So if you can just clearly just share with everyone, who is this for and who is this not for?
This is not for the dopamine addicts. And you're probably wondering and looking at me right now like, what the heck is a dopamine addict? Dopamine is a neurological reaction that you get when you buy something. After you buy it, you lose that high and you go on looking for the next dopamine hit that you're going to get. Okay, so if you love just buying courses to get that hit and go, yes, I got it, this is not for you. But if you are somebody that truly wants to change your lifestyle, change your business, be around the type of people that actually implement instead of talking about it, then this is something that I highly suggest you go ahead and get started with. There the dopamine effect is such a bad thing because there was actually a poll in Oregon that they wanted to tax coffee 25 cents. And everybody was for it. Why? Because they wanted to be in their friends when their friends asked them, hey, Paolo, they're going to tax coffee for 25 cents and that money's actually going to go to daycares to lower the cost of daycares. Are you going to vote for that? Yeah, I'm going to vote for that. That's that dopamine effect of you wanting to be at the top, you getting that rush. And the effect of that was when it actually came time to vote, 85% of the people that said they were going to do it, the vote came out that 85% of the people were against it. Why? Because they got that dopamine effect. When that dopamine effect wore off, they were not willing to do it. So if you're somebody that gets that type of feeling and very excited, there's a difference between very excited about going and doing something and actually doing it rather than buying it and letting it sit there and collect dust like so many people fall into. So if you're somebody that truly wants to change your life and truly get guided by a mentor like Chris Record for literally pennies on a dollar for an entire year, then I highly suggest you put those emotions aside and say, you know what, I'm at least going to give it a shot. I'm at least gonna, they say, don't put your toe in the water, jump right in. I'm telling you to put your toe in the water. See what it's about. Get inside the community. See how that community welcomes you, makes you feel. See the type of engagement that's going on in that community. Stick your toe in, get wet, and then once you see what it's about, you're not going to do anything but jump in. You're mute, Smiley.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome, bro. Thank you for sharing, man. Again, if you're watching this, what I want to just do one last thing here is I kind of want to share with you, what you're gonna get with this. What you're gonna get. And just 1 second here. Let me just turn my thing off. If you're wondering, well, can I just take a sneak peek on what it looks like in the back? I'm going to share with you how it looks in the back, and yeah, this thing looks pretty sexy actually. It looks actually really nice. Looks like they've hooked it up on a whole nother level. And I mean, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get, at this point, there's 79 Inner Circle training modules, okay? You're going to get a lot of cool things here, right? You're going to get the 3-0 Club, all right, that's going to teach you how to run ads right now. And actually, you know what? I'm so bold. I'm so confident right now. I just started running some ads, but I'm pretty confident right now that I'm going to show you. I'm not even sure if they're at 3-0. But I'm pretty confident with the stuff that Chris Record has taught me. I believe that the ads that I'm running at this moment, currently live as you're watching this, are at 3-0. They're at 3-0. I'm throwing that out there. I know I'm being bold, but I'm just throwing it out there. And I'm going to share with you in just in a couple seconds. But you're going to get the 3-0 Club strategy. It's going to lower your ad spend dramatically. You're going to get a lot of things in here, like the Brainstorm monetization, Smart Member monetization, passive versus active, versus active, right? Banner signs, how to design graphics, SEO, monetization, email marketing, selling ad space, third-party guidelines, how to add calls to action on your video, tips on selling MLM. I mean, there's so much stuff here, right? And Chris Rucker does an inner circle every Monday where he comes and hangs out with us, right? And he shares with us what's working, what hands down what's working right now in his business. And he introduces us to special guests. He introduces us to people who are crushing it, next level marketers. Just imagine being able to be connected to those people, being affiliated to those people, not only increase your authority and your influence, but it gives you more insight on things that the people outside who are not willing to click the button right now and get in will never know, right? So this is what you're getting inside here, okay? Just so you can see. Okay, you're also going to be getting his private mastermind group. Okay, and this is so cool because like Daniel said, right? People are asking questions, and look, this is proof that you got people like Brian Kane, you got Stefan, you got Chris Rucker himself answering some of these questions that people are asking, right? So I mean, you're getting really more people asking questions, and Chris Rucker right there answering them, right? You got people like Roberto, who are basically just sharing viral videos, just things that are working, right? You got my boy Brandon here, who's on the verge of hitting 3 zeros, asking for suggestions, asking for how he can get to the 3-0 club. And you got people like Patrick, myself, and other people answering his questions, giving him ideas, right? This is more than just a training site or a membership site. This is huge. This is big. You're getting so much value from this. So you got Mr. Terry, who's crushing it, who's shooting videos, sharing with you how he's getting members inside of his membership site. I mean, where else can you find something like this, right? So again, this is just, you're getting 2 for 1. You're getting the inner circle, the yearly inner circle. You're getting the 3-0 club strategy. And of course, when you decide to join, you're going to get one of my bonuses where I basically sit down with you and I customize a 30-day game plan on how to get the results that you deserve, right? So it's kind of like, just look at it as me kind of coaching you on top of everything else. And it's super beneficial. So far, some of the people that have taken me up on it, right, have absolutely loved it, okay? So that's my bonus. That's my promise to you when you decide to join and click the button below. It's gonna take you to Chris Rucker's webinar, right? And then you can see how much it is. It's $9.97. It's as little as $83 a month. If you break it down into 12 months, it comes down to $83 a month. Honestly, it's a no-brainer. I've been part of masterminds that have been way more expensive, and there's people who sell products for $9.97 that don't offer a mastermind, that don't offer a webinar. So guys, I'm telling you, you are getting a massive, massive deal, okay? And like I told you, I'm gonna take a risk here, and let me show you some of my ads that are running right now, and I feel confident, that I got some of my ads at 3-0. So, there it is. I mean, wow, that's actually really good. I didn't even know it was that good. Wow, that's really good. But yeah, so check it out. I mean, just check it out. I got this one at 0.003. I got this one at 0.004. I got this one at 0.003. I got this one at 0.002, 0.002, 0.002, 0.004. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. And, again, is this something that you'd like to learn? Is this something that you'd be interested in learning if someone can guide you, right? So, we're pretty much done here, and I want to say thank you to my brother Daniel, right, for deciding to kind of share the goods with you, deciding to get on here and be honest with you and share with you what's happening in his business, right? What he's doing, the results that he's getting, right? So I encourage you right now, if you're watching till the end, there's obviously a reason why you're here. There's obviously a reason why you're stuck all the way up to this point. And if you're still not convinced, don't do it, because maybe you don't want to get 0.003 ads. Maybe you don't want to make money and with the things that Chris teaches. Maybe you don't want to set yourself up for a bigger 2016 with the mentorship like Chris Rucker and the assistant of a private mastermind. Maybe you just don't want to learn any of these things, and that's totally fine. Right? Because I'm not here to tell you to pull out your credit card and decide to buy this if you don't want to buy this, right? Because that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to pressure you into pulling out your credit card, filling out the order form, and deciding to buy this if this is something that you don't think is a good fit for you. But if you do think it's a good fit for you, it's because this aligns with your vision, your dream, and you believe that this accompanied with your action, you can actually get somewhere. And I would encourage you, right, that to go ahead and click the button. If so, if not, don't even worry about it. You know, just continue to keep opening up my emails. I'm sure that maybe sometime down the future there might be something else that I might send you that you might be interested in, right? But again, I'm only offering this bonus of mentorship if you decide to join, right? And of course, you know, Dan, if I know you're going to be using this as well, this interview. So, I mean, what would you say to the people who are watching you and watching this video? What would you let them know?
Are you throwing in? Uh-oh. Is that going? Are you throwing in any bonuses? Like if they decide to go ahead and get started, are you throwing in any extra bonuses?
Yeah, I'm throwing in a bonus. I'm throwing in a bonus of I'm gonna be meeting with them for 15 minutes. I'm gonna be showing them an outline, a 30-day game plan, where I'm gonna customize it to whatever they are looking to accomplish. So that's the bonus that I'm throwing out there.
Okay. I will even add a bonus on top of his.
Talk to me, bro.
I will give you all 5 of the things that you need to be successful. Now, I'm not telling you have to master all 5 of these. You just have to understand how all 5 of these work and how all 5 of these come together, as well as how to do market research. Now, you're wondering, well, why would I need to do market research? I'm a 30-year-old, well, I don't want to say 30 yet. I'm a 29-year-old male. How do I get in the mind of a 45-year-old woman? Through market research, knowing where to look. And it's actually easier than you think. If you're in, I don't know what type of people you have on here. So if you're in a network marketing company, I will literally help you tear your business apart, put it back together, and I will give you give me your favorite product, and I guarantee you within 2 minutes, I can tell you how you should be targeting and how you should be marketing that people. Like, say you're out in public and you say, hey, you know, I own my own business. Well, what do? I'm such and such. This is the product that I market for, yada, yada, yada. I will give you the exact 30-second script that you should be using that's either going to get people to buy instantly or to repel people. And the people that are repelled were not a right fit for you anyways. So you're getting those 3 bonuses. You're going to learn exactly how to start talking to people, as well as the 5 things that you should learn immediately. Plus, I'll throw in that how to do market research and how to, you know, get in the minds of your customers and really, like I said, like Paolo said, make 2016 your best year yet.
Dude, that sounds awesome, bro. So if you're watching this and you're on Dan's email list or you're on Dan's Facebook, you know, definitely take him up on those bonuses, man. Those things are hot, man. Again, guys, we're just here to serve you. If any of this resonated with you, make sure you click the link below and go ahead and get started. Other than that, guys, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for staying on. Thank you for watching the replay. We appreciate you guys. My name is Paolo CQ. Pow, low, and I got my boy here,
Daniel Ford.
So whatever it takes, right?
I don't have no sweet Paolo thing yet, but
don't worry about it, bro. my wife made that up. Man. Run with it. All right,
just,
cool.
Just remember me as Ford, built Ford tough. That's the only thing I can remember as. Good old Henry Ford. I'm Henry Ford's great grandson.
Oh, bro, you're crazy, man. All right, guys, peace out.